Alright, we've got Amjed Yamin in the GSRC Aston Martin, so let's do a lap around Road America. At this point, we're flying down the front stretch and looking for our brake marker into Turn 1. This is a great place to pass with it being the longest straight on the track, but Turn 1 is deceptively quick and it's easy to carry too much speed into or out of the corner. Trying to outbrake your opponent won't be as simple as you might assume. Now we're heading towards Turn 3, which I'm sure is confusing for most, but trust me, that's how they number them. This is one of the most important corners to get your exit right. It dumps you onto the moraine sweep, which is going to weave its way downhill all the way until Turn 5. And Turn 5 tends to be the most popular spot for an overtake on the circuit. However, not everyone can just chuck it in and make it stick. The drop in elevation makes it pretty easy to overshoot, so it might make more sense to pull it over-under instead of defending. From there, it's a short blast back uphill to 6. The crest makes the car light, so leaving your braking too late will make it very tough to get the car to turn into the apex. There's not much time before the fast right-hand sweeper of 7, which will definitely require balancing the car on the throttle. Out of there, you're taken into the hurry downs. I've seen lots of sneaky passes happen into here. Turn 8 is a heavy braking zone, and if your opponent gets a bad exit out of 7, a surprise attack can sometimes get the job done. Switch sides quick because you'll want a nice wide arc into the carousel. All the way around this thing, the track will drop away, making understeer a constant problem. Most drivers will do what you see Amjed doing here, swing wide and cut back in to get a launch off the corner, because honestly you don't want to suffer going too wide through the kink if someone behind you gets a better run. The Aston has a lot of downforce, but even in this car it takes a lift to make it through. Now we approach Canada Corner, which is another place where you'll see a lot of pass attempts. The bending track means you have to swing it in from an angle for the braking zone. For some reason, getting the cars to turn into the apex is just very difficult here. It's not the worst thing if you miss it though, because 13 is a very brief jaunt away. It's quite blind and fast, so what seems like an easy bend winds up being pretty tricky. Finally, that brings us to the last turn, which if you're smart, you'll late apex this sucker as much as you can. There's a super steep climb back up to the start-finish line, and carrying speed will help keep you safe from attacks into Turn 1. Hopefully, you've kept the car in one piece and can now finish a lap around Road America.